It's brain logic, baby.
Hey there, it's another interesting time for Logic Republic conversation. And today we are introducing a brand new concept, and it is called Greater Common Good. What is Greater Common Good? Greater Common Good states that our shared value, our shared meaning must be greater than our shared adversity. It states that our fidelity to intentionality must be greater than our adversity, must be greater than our propensity towards evil and corruption. So, in this principle, what is fidelity? Fidelity is our commitment, our efforts, our sacrifices, our faithfulness to purpose, to the cause that we believe in, and to all that we share. What is propensity? Propensity is our inclinations to distractions, corruption, wars, fights, chaos, taking advantage of one another, where growth, development, advancement becomes impossible. This is what we call propensity. And what do we call intentionality? Intentionality simply means that our commitment, our attention and intention towards doing good, towards living a prosperous, peaceful life. So, the concept of greater common good is about how we can have a harmonious society, how we can have a society that is in a flow state. We are going to go into the conversation of flow state some other time, but let's focus on greater common good. One of the problems that we are faced with as humanity is because the idea for greater common good has been jettisoned for greater individual good. All we have been doing over the years is how do we chase personal development. Unfortunately, personal development from history has always led to societal underdevelopment. So, to reroute the cause, to change the effect, what we need to do is to go back and embrace societal development over individual development, societal development over personal development. So, an individual must work towards an advancement within the premise of societal development. So, if you want to develop yourself, what you do means that you develop the society. If the society wants to develop itself, what the society does is to develop the individuals. This is how we will be able to attain a greater common good society. So, greater common good supersedes all personal common good. If you're thinking, you must be thinking as humanity and not persons. If you are thinking or if you are doing, you must be doing in collectivism and not individuality. So, progress in this case, advancement in this case is rooted in collective advancement. A society that has weaponry, ammunitions, warheads, guns, weapon of mass destruction, and all of that is not an advanced society. A society that all that they do is to acquire all what will destroy them is not an advanced society. A democracy that is rooted in resource grabbing is not an advanced society. A society where governance is negligence is not a society. A society that is characterized with unending corruption is not an advanced society. So, greater common good is reminding us that our propensity, which is corruption, war, unending wars, fights, deprivation, must be lesser than our intentionality. Our intentionality is the effort, the sacrifices that we make to make our society a prosperous, convenient, and peaceful for all. So the formula is simple. Fidelity equals to intentionality greater than propensity. So our faithfulness, our fidelity to purpose, our purpose is that we all arise. We move from potential through possibility towards completion, towards manifestation. This is what it is to have a flow state society. And the only way we can have a flow state society is when we adopt greater common good principle. The society we are right now is a greater individual good society. It is called a man-die society. It is strictly meant to kill the man. If you look at our economy, the principles of capitalism, it gives power to a very few that have the capital. This has destroyed our human experience. This has impacted democracy or governance negatively. I'll give you an instance. If you look at democracy across the world, it has been about a process of those with capital rigging elections, winning elections, and always in power, determining the fate of those with lesser capital. So if you look at it, capitalism, which should be a system, a productive system for economy, has already infiltrated our governance. So we need to rewrap ourselves from the sense of capitalism, which is a system of the few, the sense of democracy, which has never been about the will of the people. It has always been about the will of the common few with the capital, with the connection with the resources, over the will of the majority without resources, without capital, without connection. A greater common good society has nothing to do with the society that we currently live in. I'm tempted to ask, just like everybody out there, is it possible for us to have a greater common good society, given the antecedents and the history of our lack, destructions, and penury? The answer is, fortunately, yes. We can have a greater common good society if we live in understanding. Understanding is what sets us apart from animals that do not have faculty to think. Understanding is what brings us together as a single whole, as a collective. Lack of understanding is what separates us from a collective, from humanity to persons. So the solution is rooted in understanding, and the problem of all society is rooted in the lack of understanding. On this note, I would like to pause for today. We will continue this conversation. Welcome to Logic Republic, a society of greater common good, where propensity is lesser than intentionality, and fidelity is intentionality over propensity. See you next time.